David and Catherine, our condolences. We here in the room today are all blessed and have been touched by Grace. And I'm in the class of 74 with Grace, but could I have my classmates stand? There's a number of us here today. So we're here to rejoice how Grace touched us in her life and how she made us better people. A couple of real quick stories. The pictures that were flashing up on the screen, there was one in particular that really brought back a memory. It's this very colorful print and extremely short dress. I made the mistake of suggesting to Grace that perhaps it was a little too short. So, typical of Grace, she and I engaged in a conversation about my point of view and me being chauvinistic and me referring her to her as trying to be a sexist. And I would call it a draw, but Grace probably won the argument. One other little story that triggered when our coach, Roger Brannon, was talking about the trophies, because we had the trophies in a big window, and after a debate tournament, we would display those trophies, somewhat proudly. We had a great debate coach, and I didn't contribute that much, but I had some great debate colleagues. There was a tournament where I grabbed my suit in the morning while I was packing and come back from the cleaners and got to the tournament. Lo and behold, the cleaners had the jacket but not the pants. So I borrowed pants from, I can't remember who it was I borrowed the pants from, but they were too big and there was no belt. So I do remember the belt was a very bright purple with this huge god-awful buckle in front of it from Mike Caitlin. And so I'm wearing the pants and the belt and the coat, go through the debate tournament, and I just kind of wanted to keep that a secret. I didn't want that out. Well, Grace and her gang of gals got together, and the next, after we come back from the tournament, somehow or other, because of the poem they wrote, Michael J. rhymed real well in the poem, and so they created this little trophy with a pair of pants with a god-awful deep purple and big belt buckle, and they put that up there with the poem, and I was forever embarrassed by that, and forever then on in debate circles I was known as Michael J., all because it rhymed with the poem. All of us have stories of how Grace touched our lives and the impact that she left. And so to her family, I would just say, despite the sorrow and the loss that we all feel, we really are here today to rejoice in how she touched us and how she left a smile on our face and how all of us are better people for having been graced by Grace's presence.